Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. It's Trisha here. I was out in the garden there and pulled this big massive amount of parsley. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this because I've only got a small dehydrator and there's too much of it, so I'll probably gift some of it, but I want to actually dehydrate some to make my own parsley, and I grind it down and the smell of that is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll get part of this dehydrated and I'll gift the rest. Just in a nice clean dish, make sure your dish is nice and clean. This one gets bleached, so I know it's clean. So I'm just going to grab a small handful and plunge it into that cold water. And you did move around in it. I love the smell of parsley, and we put a lot of parsley into soups, and I like sprinkling it into stews and whatever else. And it's pretty clean, this. There's not much soil or dirt written on it, so I just want to drain that off through a colander. And I tend to keep the stalks and all on because it's just extra flavour. Another wee bit. You just give another wee bath. Just a wee dip in the water. Give it a good muck around in there. And I tend to clean my water again and just give it another wee toss. All in there. Give this a wee rub out. And do the same thing again. I believe this is flat leaf parsley. It's not the curly parsley, I believe. Yeah, these are flat. And if you're going to use a dehydrator, I'll actually do this bit for now and then I'll do the rest off camera. You'd want to watch me washing parsley. I just give that a good shake off there. And there's probably a simpler way to do it, but this is the way I do it. And then I get my salad spinner, put a few stalks in, just to try and get it as dry as you can. You don't want to overcrowd the spinner either. I reckon that would be enough. One to the top. And there's not much water to come off that at all, so I'm happy enough for that. So let's took all the excess water off, but it's not by any means dry. And then what I do is, got a big, can you see that? I've got a big old towel here on the bench, and it's in half. And I just lay it out as so. End bit there, that'll be fine. And I just pull the towel over on top of it and give it a good old pat down. So you're trying to get as much moisture off as you can. And that looks pretty dry. And the dehydrator I have is quite small. Basically all I do is to line the parsley onto the racks and try not to overlap it too much. This is going to be a lot of parsley, but doesn't really take much parsley to make quite a bit whenever you grind it. And don't want to put any more on that tray. And I'll give some of this to my sister and any of my friends that need parsley or want some to dry themselves. And I do believe you can hang it up in your kitchen in bundles, but the amount of pesky flies that's about at the minute, that doesn't appeal to me. So as I say, there's probably massive dehydrators out there, but I don't really need big litres or quarts of parsley, so, and it's here all year round, so I just take it at my leisure and do a bit here and a bit there. And I need a bit more to fill that out. And silly me doing them on there. I'll just transfer them. I'll get some more of this. let's go with these into the utility room. And you can see all the size of my dehydrator. It is tiny, but so it's just a matter of loading the trays in. Push you over. And I just manipulate them to get them in. Okay. Go you in. That's that big long bit. Just twist it back. And it's just a matter of closing the door. And I'm going to set it at, I'm going to leave it at 45. And I'm going to put the timer on for 3 hours. And then I'll check it after that, see how it's doing. Okay, so we're just going to check on, see how far our parsley's come along. And it's been on for 2 hours 30 minutes. I'm just going to turn it off for now and pull out a tray. Some bits I can feel are completely dry and some bits aren't. It smells gorgeous. But it's drawn out nicely there. And it's still not done, so I'm going to let that go for another hour. And the little tray on the bottom just catches it. So I'll turn it back on for another hour. As you can see, all this is dry, but the stems aren't, so they're all coming out. I just don't want to run it again for that length of time with just a few stems in there. So alright, so that's how easy it is to dehydrate parsley, and as I say, it smells absolutely divine. So I'm going to let this get another lot on and just let it sit in the tray, and then I'll grind it down after I've cleaned up my after I've cleaned this mess. But this will all come out because there's a little movable tray on the bottom, and all that there is dry as well, so it's just a matter of getting it all out. Alright, that's how easy it is to dehydrate your own parsley, and if it tastes as good as it smells, I reckon it's going to be pretty good. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this wee video. See you all in my next one, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button